10 seconds starts now. The Wichita Police Department says earlier this month a man stole a car warming up in a driveway. Took about 10 seconds for him to get away. 10 seconds. That's the time it took me to tell you that. Take a look at this. It's snow plows in October. And what happens with the roads here in Wichita really depends on the temperature. Now, 60 trucks were pre-treating the roads overnight. Now, the problem with pre-treating roads is that wet rain can wash away that pre-treatment. Now the city has workers and these trucks on standby with salt and sand. The city says it's working to monitor these conditions and it's staying flexible as the road conditions change. This morning in Hays, we are getting some of our first looks at the damage that storm left behind. Check out behind me. This is Celebration Church in Hays, just north of I-70. This is the roof of the church. Those 80-mile-per-hour winds ripped the roof off of the church, and actually this pile is wrapped around a light pole in the parking lot. And take a look at this. This might just look like garbage or dirt, but this is actually insulation from inside the church, and it is now all over the parking lot. Well, I'm outside showing you some things that you should be aware of before you head anywhere today. These low temperatures are giving us some conditions that we're not used to this time of year. Take a look at what I found here on the sidewalk. It's a patch of ice. Now, although snow and ice aren't completely covering the ground, I have another patch of ice here as well. And these are the things that you need to be aware of as you're getting out and driving today. Now, before you even leave your driveway, if you parked outside, this is what you'll find on your windshield. As you can see, that's ice pretty frozen on there. You're going to want to have 10 to 15 minutes to warm up your car, turn on the defroster, and get those windows warmed up so that they're not fogging up, there's no frost left on them, and you have complete visibility so you don't get into a crack. Within the last 3 minutes, we got off the phone with the emergency manager here in Russell County, and he said that crews are arriving right now as the sun is coming up, and they're getting ready to get back in the water and continue the search for the 26-year-old man. Now, we want to give you a look at what the search looks like last night. The Chiefs Super Bowl 54 championship parade. There was some of this, a lot of this, and a little of this. Some of these fans camped out all night long for these front row spots. What time did you guys get here last night?
We made it here at 11:30. We've been here all night, enjoying ourselves. Totally worth it here at Union Station, baby. Go Chiefs!
I got to see Patrick Mahomes.
Y'all got to stay with me. My voice is already almost gone, and y'all know I don't have too much already.
Even the team's management knew who the fans wanted.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet because let's be real, we all came out here to hear Travis Kelce's speech, right? That's why we're here.
I cherish every moment with y'all, and I promise you everybody here feels the exact same way.
And of course, Travis Kelce had a microphone, so this happened.
You gotta fight for your right to fight.
Then, the leader of Chiefs Kingdom led 1 million fans through one last cheer. In Kansas City, Kristen Boxman, Eyewitness News. Walking, searching, snipping, and tossing, and searching a little more.
I really think we ought to make another sweep of the field.
Hands on the plants and boots on the ground. This is what harvesting hemp looks like in Kansas in 2019. It's harvest day for Rick Gash, a licensed hemp farmer. But it's not what he expected. Heavy spring rain forced him to plant a month late. And since he's part of the state's research project, he can't use insecticides. So his 100,000 seeds yielded 400 plants.
It's far less than what I expected.
Gash says since it's newly legalized in Kansas, they don't have machines to process the hemp. So they're doing it by hand, a much different process than wheat or corn farmers.
You don't see those guys out walking looking for their crops, do you?
Once the plants are cut, Gash pulls the stems through a hole cut in metal to tear the flowers off. Those flowers contain the CBD. Then it's into the dryer. This is the last step remaining for these flowers today. From here, it'll go to a processor and go through several more steps before it becomes a CBD oil like you would buy in a store. He's already looking at planting a different variety of hemp next year, one that's grown for fiber, not CBD.
And that's a different plant. I mean, although it's a hemp plant, it's grown differently, easier to grow.
Gash says he will try again next year, believing hemp belongs in the heartland.
Well, I'm happy that we have a crop and happy that we're getting it done and processed and compliant and legal and yeah, happy that we learned what we've learned.
Kristen Boxman, Eyewitness News.
Push-ups, here we go.
10-year-old Harper likes having a PE teacher for a mom.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
I think.
Ready, go!
Heather Holovach runs workouts every day with her 3 kids and 2 neighbors. Hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes nearby.
This time you have jumping jacks. 15 seconds, go.
Staying at least
6, 7, 8
feet apart. Heather encourages parents to make exercise a regular part of their kids' day, along with schoolwork.
You don't have to go out and do 30 minutes. Go out and do 7 minutes. Then go in and do some homework. Just like recess at school, then come back out, do another 5 to 7 minutes, you know, just so they're in and out and doing some things, getting their heart rate up, their faces are red and they're breathing hard, you know you're doing a good job.
14-year-old Brody plays 3 sports. He says this helps him stay in shape while sports are canceled. Without it,
I'd be a lot slower, not as in shape, a lot weaker.
Heather knows parents are feeling the pressure.
We're not going to be perfect. If you get to a spot where you're having trouble and you're stuck, move forward and come back later. You know, ask questions. The teachers are all there to help.
Although Heather is a PE teacher, she's nervous about tackling other subjects with her own kids, but says,
push yourself, 10 seconds.
It will all work out. In Wichita, Kristen Boxman, Eyewitness News.